it's very difficult for me to take advice from people, you know, like I only have 2 or 3 people who give me advice, and literally that's all. Like I feel like this is all I need, you know. One of them isn't even like my friend. One of them is a social media personality, if you know what I mean. So basically yeah, that's me. Anyway guys, thank you so much for listening. I decided to record this episode in English because I feel like a lot of people actually I don't know why I'm doing this, I just want to do it. So this podcast is going to be basically it's actually a blog post that I wrote a couple of hours ago, and I felt like I want to give you more access. Some people don't like listening to some people don't like reading articles, so I think it would be better for me if I give you more access by putting this in a video and also putting this in a podcast form. So if you want to listen to it on the train, you do. If you want to on a train, what the fuck am I saying? Look, I'm sorry, I just don't do this a lot, okay? It's been a while since I last spoke English this much, and I haven't done it really in front of an audience before, so basically, yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to give you more access. If you want to listen to it while you're doing anything, like you're listening to music, you're going to find it on Angami, you're going to find it Angami. Also, if you want to watch the video form, you're going to find it on my Instagram TV or on YouTube, actually. I think I'm going to post it over there. So yeah, here's the episode. I hope you like it. On this episode, I'm going to talk about misconceptions about love and relationships and what I think about them personally. أنا كسيف يعني. Why is my voice different? I think my voice is different. I think a lot of relationships fail because there are many misconceptions about the whole thing. If you Google how to know I love someone, or you read about love quotes from people on social media or on Twitter, I think that you're reading bullshit. So here's the first one. The first one is, you love someone because you think about them all the time. Well, I really think that's obsession. It's not necessarily love, you know? If you're thinking about them all the time, then maybe you're not thinking about more important things in your life, like your career or your mental health, and I think that's a problem. So your mind should be kept busy with things that are actually important to you and will lead somewhere. If you're thinking about someone more than you should, try meditation or setting your priorities right. The second one is, you can only imagine your future if they're in it. Well, I think I can imagine my future with a cartoon character if I want to, you know. It's just a fantasy. Well, it's normal for your brain to have fantasies about people. So not just because you have a fantasy about someone, it does not mean that it has to be true or it has to happen, you know. A fantasy is just you or your brain creating a character of somebody in your head. It's not necessarily true, it's just the way you see them in your mind, you know. Here's the be with them all the time. Well, if you've ever been in a relationship, you'd know how this does not work, you know. It's not healthy for somebody to be always with someone in a long-term relationship. Sometimes you just want to be with your friends, or you just need some time alone. You need to go to work, you know. You need to do stuff on your own. It's just being a human being. So not just because you want some space or you want to do things on your own does not mean you don't love the other person. It just means that you're a human being with needs, you know. Here's the fourth one. You're afraid to lose them. I really think this is attachment. This is actually attachment. It's not that you love them so much. It's just that you're really attached to them and you rely on them to feel secure about yourself. This is toxic for both of you. The fifth one is that you get jealous, and, well, my previous point. This is attachment and it's not a good thing. You want to hold them and kiss them, you know. Well, duh. You want them to be happy. Well, while this one is really good, like it's really selfless, but then again, I really want a lot of people to be happy, you know. I'm not gonna feel like I'm in love with somebody just because I want to be happy. Well, if you want somebody to be happy, it's just because you're a good person. That's normal, you know. You love being around them. That just means that you love how you feel when they're around. They make you feel good. This does not really have anything to do with you loving them, you know. You would do anything for them. This one is a bit scary, you know. So, like, if by this you mean that you would throw away important things in your life so that you can go out of your way and make them happy or do something that they want, then that's actually a big problem, and I believe that this will only leave you sad and resentful later. But if by this you mean that you are already happy in your life and you would rationally make compromise and decisions to understand and fulfill their needs without having expectations of them in return, then I think that's a good thing. The 10th one is, they are the highlight of your day. Well, this one has two sides really. If you, by that you mean that you are sad and depressed and you use them as a way to escape your reality and feel better about yourself, then that's actually a problem. It's toxic. But if by that you mean that you are already happy and fulfilled, but they add to it and make you feel happier, then that's a really good thing, you know? I think the problem is that a lot of people think love as this magical thing, you know, that makes you escape your sad life and run to the arms of somebody that loves you so much, is going to take your problems away. And I think this is really selfish, and it's really demanding, you know. It's not true. I think how you really know you love someone is that you make the decision to love them. Of course, you feel some sort of attraction first, but from here on, I think you decide to love them. You purposely put them on the list of your priorities. I think you purposely make time to see them and develop something between the two of you. You feel like you love them even though sometimes you don't. You love them when you're sad or when you're angry at them. When you fight, you just disagree and you try to reach a point where you're fixing things. You don't victimize, you don't manipulate them, you don't try to hurt them. You punish them by taking your love away or by bringing up, like, I'm gonna break up with you just because you're fighting, you know? You're not trying to find who is gonna win the fight when you're disagreeing. You're trying to understand and fix each other. You choose to respect their needs just like you respect yours. You respect their space and you want to give and add to the relationship, not just demand things out of them. You're grateful and appreciative. You feel like you appreciate when they actually give you their time or give you their attention or their compassion. You don't demand these things. You don't feel like you deserve them, and like if they're not doing it, then they're hurting you or they don't love you. You choose to make compromise and include them in your life. And if they want to leave, you respect that. You don't take it personally. You understand that we all have needs and we should all fulfill them. How's that for some love? I hope you enjoyed this one really, guys. My voice is still different. So this brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you've liked it, guys. If you like it, please leave a comment on Instagram maybe, or send me a DM and tell me what you think about this. Maybe I'm wrong about the whole thing, but I really believe in what I'm saying, really. It's how I think of it from my own experience, you know? So that's it. I hope you enjoyed your read. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.